There was a small village near the mountains. It was a peaceful place, full of trees, flowers, and the sound of birds singing in the morning. In that village lived a little sparrow. She was small, cheerful, and full of life. Every morning, when the sun rose, she spread her wings and flew high into the sky. The wind was her friend, the clouds were her home, and the sky was her world. She felt free, happy, and unstoppable. Flying made her feel alive. But one afternoon, something changed. Dark clouds began to cover the mountains. The air became heavy, and a storm was coming. The little sparrow tried to fly back to her nest, but the wind became too strong. The storm grew worse. Thunder roared across the sky. Lightning flashed around her. The wind pushed her hard, left, right, up, down. She tried to stay strong, but she couldn't. Finally, the storm threw her to the ground. When she opened her eyes, everything hurt. Her wings were broken. She tried to flap them, but they wouldn't move. The pain was too much. Days passed, then weeks. She sat quietly under a lonely tree, watching other birds fly freely above her. She wanted to join them, but she couldn't. She whispered to herself, "Why me? What did I do wrong?" But there was no answer. The only sound she heard was the wind moving through the trees. One morning, a kind old monk was walking down the road. He saw the sparrow sitting under the tree. He stopped and looked at her for a moment. "Little one," he said softly, "why are you so sad?" The sparrow looked up and said, "I used to fly high in the sky, but now I can't even lift myself off the ground. My wings are broken. My life has no meaning anymore." The monk smiled kindly. Then he said, "Then walk." The sparrow looked confused. "Walk?" she asked. "But I'm a bird. Birds don't walk." The monk looked at her gently and said, "When one path closes, another opens. You just need to see it." And with that, he slowly walked away. The sparrow sat there thinking about his words. They didn't make any sense to her, but somehow they stayed in her heart. That night, under the stars, she whispered, "Maybe I should try." The next morning, she took her first small step. It was slow, it was painful, but she did it. The next day, she walked a little farther, then a little more. Day by day, she got stronger. As she walked, she started noticing things she had never seen before. Tiny flowers growing from rocks, ants carrying food, turtles slowly moving to the pond. She even found seeds on the ground, food she had never seen from the sky. She started to enjoy walking. She stopped saying, "Why me?" and started saying, "Thank you, God." Weeks passed. One morning, while she was sitting under her favorite tree, she felt something warm and soft in her wings. She stretched them slowly. They didn't hurt anymore. She flapped once, then again, and then she lifted herself into the air. She was flying again, but this time the sky looked different. It felt brighter, softer, and more beautiful than before. The wind felt calmer, and her heart felt lighter. As she was flying, she saw the monk again, walking down the same path. She flew down and landed near him. "Thank you," she said. "You were right. The sky feels different now." The monk smiled kindly and said, "The heavens are for those who learn to walk the earth first. You lost your wings to learn how to walk, and you learned to walk so you could truly learn to fly. The sparrow finally understood. Her pain wasn't a punishment, it was a lesson. It taught her patience, gratitude, and faith. From that day on, she was never afraid of falling again, because she knew, even without wings, she could still move forward, step by step. And maybe that's what life is about. Sometimes we fall, not to stay down, but to rise again stronger than before.